Hey guys, welcome back. This is Nod Lammers. I'm Invoked 101, and today I am doing the updated Demise ritual deck that Mio plays. This is the updated version from Savage Strike. I actually updated this one because I saw all the new stuff from Savage Strike for rituals, the couple new cards that Incantations got. I added them into this along with a few other things, so it is a little different. But basically what we're going to be doing is going through the monsters, talk about what they do, and talk about the new stuff and what it does for the deck itself. But before we do that, there is a link to our Patreon down in the description. There's also a link to our Instagram and our Discord down there. Our general chat is open, and anything you donate to us through Patreon goes right back into deck profiles. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to set the spells and traps off to the side, and we're going to talk about the ritual monsters first. So the first ritual monster we play is Triple Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. This guy is able to nuke the board and burn for damage for the cost of 2,000 life points. But if you tributed only ritual monsters for his ritual summon, you don't have to pay life points. He also cannot, while he's on field, all ritual monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, which is pretty insane because this guy is a 3,000, so getting over him by battle is like already usually not going to happen, but also the continuous board nuking that he can do is pretty nuts. He's the main boss monster of the deck, and alongside him we have the Queen, Ruin Supreme Queen of Oblivion. She has the ability to attack twice if you used ritual monsters for her ritual. If you only use ritual monsters for her ritual summon, and then if she kills something, she inflicts its attack points as battled, as effect damage. And then while she's face up on the field, she has a continuous effect that says all ritual monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if you get these two out on board, they're basically unkillable, except by like non-targeting banish. After those guys, we play 3 Demise, Agent of Armageddon. This guy, when he's ritual summoned, must pop a monster, which is the unfortunate part, because sometimes he does end up popping himself. And then he has another effect, which is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one ritual monster and you control, and then your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to its effects activation. So, which is really cool because it means you can't like strike Demise whenever he goes to nuke your board. And after that, we have the new ritual monster for the deck, 2 Incantation Chalice Slime. I'm only playing 2 right now just because I think that 2 for this deck is about right. So Incantation Chalice Slime has a effect in the hand, which is that you can reveal this card in your hand, discard 1 card, and then special summon an Incantation monster from your deck, but you take 2,000 point, you take 2,500 points of damage if you don't ritual summon this turn. Then his on-field effect is you can send 1 incantation card from your hand or face-up field of the graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use 1 Incantation Chalice Slime effect per turn and only once that turn. So you can't like use his ritual summoned effect if you used his in-hand effect. But definitely nice because it lets you resource the deck for any incantation you want. And that's it for the ritual monsters. For the main deck monsters, or for the incantation engine, we are playing 3 Talismandra, who searches the. If you don't know how the incantations work, I'll just explain them. You basically reveal 1 in your hand, special summon it, and then special summon another one from the deck, and then each one does a different thing when they're summoned from the deck. Talismandra searches a ritual. I believe he searches a ritual monster. Yes, so he searches a ritual monster. Kandal, which we're playing 3 of, searches a ritual spell. Bookstone, who we're only playing 1 of, gets a ritual spell from the graveyard. And Pencil Plume gets a ritual monster from the graveyard. So they all do different things, kind of, but they all also work. And these 2 are kind of the best ones because they search from deck, while these 2 are kind of just more utility. And that's it for the incantation monsters. For other monsters in the deck, we're playing triple Manju of the Thousand Hands to get more searches. Double Blackluster Soldier because the entire deck is light and dark, so being able to just banish a couple monsters that you ritualed off for a Blackluster Soldier is pretty great. He's also a level 8, which used to be relevant for the deck, but not so much anymore. And then after that, we're playing triple Ritual Raven because Ritual Raven is really funny when you just like activate one of the ritual spells for Demise, and then you tribute the Ritual Raven because it fulfills the entire requirement. And so you just summon this level 10 guy with a level 1 tribute. And so that's why we're playing the Ritual Raven. And that's it for the monsters. For the spells, for the ritual spells, because that's what's going to start us off, we are playing double incantation Inception. So this is the new ritual spell. It forces you to use incantation monsters as ritual tributes. And then, but its effect reads, this card can be used to ritual summon any ritual monster. You must also tribute incantation monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. This card is in your graveyard. You can summon one incantation card from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard, except Incantation Inception. Special summon one incantation monster from your deck, then add this card to your hand. You can only use this effect of Incantation Inception once per turn. So basically, it just helps you keep ritual summoning in multiples, which is pretty awesome. But it also kind of makes the Bookstone unusable because this just gets added right back to your hand. So that's the unfortunate part. Then we have 2 Cycle of the World, which is for Demise and Ruin. Its effect is that you must tribute monsters from your field whose levels equal or exceed the level of the monster you're trying to ritual summon. And then it has another effect where you can shuffle this card back into the deck and add a End of the World from your deck to your hand. And End of the World is the other ritual spell for Ruin and Demise, but this one you can tribute monsters from your hand or field, but they have to equal exactly the amount of the monster you're trying to ritual summon. So that's the unfortunate part about End of the World, but it's still playable because of Cycle and just being able to get stuff back. And that's it for the ritual spells. For the other spells in the deck, we're running Triple Breaking of the World. So this card is pretty awesome. It says once per turn you can target one ritual monster you control, show one ritual monster in your hand, and until the end of the turn, the level of the targeted monster becomes the level of the revealed monster. Or is it the level of the revealed monster? The level of the shown ritual monster becomes the targeted monsters. Yeah, so that's it. That's what it is. Sorry. And then once per turn, if Ruin or Demise is ritual summoned to your field, you can either draw a card or pop a card on the field, which is pretty awesome. And then we have 2 Terraforming to search this, because this card is pretty useful for the deck. And then we have Triple Ritual Cage, which is a spicy tech that Mio's put in here and that she really likes, and I've quite grown fond of this card in this deck because it does kind of replace Ruin in a sort of way. But it says you take no battle damage from attacks involving ritual monsters you control, and then ritual monsters you control cannot be targeted by or destroyed by monster effects. So while it doesn't protect from spell and trap effects, it does protect from monster effects, and monster effects currently have been more prevalent in a lot of formats. And so the only matchup that this deck has that's kind of bad is against Sky Striker. And then for the last spell, it has 1 Monster Reborn. So that's it for the deck. And that's it for the deck overall. It doesn't have a lot. There are some extra deck options, like some rank 10s that you can play if you really want to. But realistically, this is all you need. And it makes it a pretty fun little rogue ritual deck. And with all the stuff that ritual monsters have and all the different things that you can do with Demise, I think that this is one of the most interesting ritual decks, and I really do hope that they get another piece of support. But the fact that it's a chaos deck that can work with stuff like the Chaos Dragons, like Leveneer and Chaos Emperor, along with Thunder Dragons, who's another chaos deck, I really feel that if given all the cards in the world and a little bit of time, this deck could become something insane. And I do think that if Demise did have another ritual spell that searched this guy, I think that the deck could be insanely strong. Like, being able to pre-prep the level 10 would be nuts. And I think that that's really all the deck needs, along with maybe another little ritual monster or an effect monster that they can banish to summon. I think that that's really all it needs. But anyways, tell me what you guys think of this deck in the comments below. Of course, our Patreon and our Instagram and Discord are all down in the description if you want to check those out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.